Twitter comments on the Arsenal official page as well, and so many fans, Nigel, just so excited about Balogun and really hoping, as you said, that he can force his way in at some stage to a bit more first-team opportunity.
Yeah, I personally think it's going to be very difficult for him to get a lot of game time for the first team this season. I just don't see that happening. But what I do see is a young talent that is obviously very talented at scoring goals. And now it may be a case that he needs to just move away from Arsenal on loan. And as I said before in the commentary, whether that be championship level, whether it be abroad, and just go and test yourself at what I call the next level. And then obviously the coaching staff at Arsenal will be watching that progress. I think they know they've got an exciting talent, but how do they push it forward? How do they move it on without putting too much pressure on the young player?
We certainly look at the likes of Emil Smith-Rowe and Bukayo Saka and what they've done over consistent years at age group level, stepping up to the first team and being absolutely magnificent now for club and country. I'm not saying that Balogun will make that same dramatic transition, but it can be done. If you're good enough, the opportunities can come as Patino brings his man down there. Pretty sure we've had a half-time substitution for Derby. Looking to me as if Reece Hutchinson has come onto the field. We'll firm that up for you in just a second, then re-bring you the lineups. But Patino seems to have also hurt himself slightly in that stout challenge, even if it was illegal. Still pressing well. Just trying to put a little bit of pressure back onto Derby early in this second half as Cornell McDonald fires one over the top. Looking for Plange, who to all intents and purposes has now had his goal taken away and really given us that Olayinka own goal as we understand it. So Plange still trying to score against his former club. Watson, as far as Agatis. Derby with a stout and pretty positive.
Wasn't it by McDonald initially? Come off for them, but Jiri was out, and terrific goal! What a strike!
Brilliant strike. Arsenal trying to play out from the back once more down that right-hand side. That was disappointing, giving the ball cheaply away, and a fine finish into the corner. And this time, Plange does have his goal. That's a fine one. They took the other one away. This time, very similar to the opening goal of Balogun, curling effort into the top corner. Good finish, but again, Arsenal very much causing their own downfall.
Yeah, but look at the touch. I mean, Derby do well. They press to win the ball back. But look at this first touch from Plange. Opens it up on the right foot, and then that little curler into the top corner. That is a super strike.
In case anybody missed it in the first half, this is a man who left Arsenal's under-18s 2 or 3 seasons ago. Went to Derby, and he's been slowly working his way up there. That's now his 5th goal of the season. Olayinka down and in some trouble. Having seen Hutchinson warm up for Derby, he then sat back down again. So both teams, as far as we can surmise, are unchanged, despite that little bit of activity on the Derby bench at the start of the second half, and we'll keep a close eye on James Olayinka. See if he's okay as well, having taken that little knock. 21. Olayinka wearing 6, one of the more established and kind of veteran players of this under-23 setup. As Arsenal are cut open again, got to be mightily careful here. Important block. Ball goes loose again though. Connor Dixon in field. Shot, thank goodness, from an Arsenal point of view, straight at Jahiri on that occasion. Sibley involved, Dixon with the break down the right-hand side, and almost just like the first half began, Arsenal looking a little bit porous and a bit jittery.
Well, Sibley had 2 shots there, didn't he? The first one was blocked, and then the second one came back. He was played back into him, and this time he tested the goalkeeper, but it was a comfortable save for Ajiri. But yeah, we said at the start of the first half we thought Arsenal were a little sloppy, and Derby County took the lead. And the same has happened at the start of this second half. Arsenal haven't found their rhythm, and Lange has got his first goal of the game, and Arsenal now looking to try and recover again, followed the same pattern as the first half.
Pattern would then mean, of course, a goal for Arsenal, and Beereth mightily close there, and that's a very, very important challenge. Pretty sure that was Bardell, the centre-half, who came sprawling across. Indeed it was. Beereth looking to pull the trigger after a much better Arsenal team move. They have managed to nick the corner, have the Gunners. Good challenge from Max Bardell to deny Mika Beereth 6th of the season. Former Fulham man mightily close there. A shortly worked routine as far as Charlie Patino with those silky feet and skills, trying to ghost his way through. No joy. Perhaps just too congested a penalty area for Patino to do his thing there. The Salah plays it over the top. Nice control. Olayinka showing no ill effects, hopefully, of the injury there, as he tried to chip one in as far as Beereth. And again, the decision, I'm afraid, has gone Derby's way. At the moment, things not quite going Arsenal's way.
No, I think
Balogun was party, yeah.
Yeah, Balogun was just a little come in to close down, maybe just a little clip of the heels. He didn't think he did much wrong, but there was a little bit of a connection there. Derby County can relieve the pressure, and they go long.
Trying to stretch things down that far side. Alebiosu turned by his man. Takes a wicked deflection. That's a very acrobatic finish. Craning his neck, guiding it home. Still in trouble down that far side. Opened up. It's a decent headed finish from a tricky angle. I think looked well set at one point, not that long before half time. Arsenal have gone from 2-1 up in this game, Nigel, to 4-2 down.
Yeah, I mean, it just good little bit of skill. And I think it's Dixon going to the far post. Just takes a little deflection off the Arsenal player. And then Dixon, look, he realises there may be an opportunity. It just takes a deflection and just falls to him on the far post. Yeah, it is Dixon. And Arsenal, well, they've got a mountain to climb now. They have come back in games before, but it's been a poor start to the second half for them. All credit, though, to Derby County, because they have been very strong.
Yep, Connor Dixon missed the last game, suspended after picking up his 5th yellow card of the under-23 campaign. Straight back into the team and getting his 2nd of the season. And the man who did so well on that far side was the man who just scored, finally, against his old team, Luke Plange. And it was Plange who showed good power, good skill and good awareness on that far side. Guide the ball in, and Arsenal really are rocked now. And this game is completely turned. Here come Derby again. Critical challenge from Taylor Foran to stop Asazi Agatis. Otherwise, we might have seen number 5 perish the thought. Here come Arsenal. Got to respond quickly. Salah ad-Din over the top. Trying to free Kiddo Taylor Hart, but maybe asking a little bit too much on that occasion. Here is Olayinka. As I say, looks okay after that knock. Now to Amari Hutchinson. Not seen much of him in the second half as yet. The live wire number 7. Goals in his last 2 games. Just like Balogun as well. He's now got 4 in 3. Fortunately, though, Arsenal stretched. I think that may well have been Patino who gave that one away. It was. That is an absolutely scintillating finish, and Derby have just rocketed to life, quite frankly, in this second half. Pretty sure that's the second of the game for Louis Sibley. That's now 2 in 2 since dropping back down from the senior team for Heat. Arsenal, the league leaders, are 5-2 down against the Premier League 2's bottom side.
Yeah, just been pulled apart, haven't they, in this second half? And I think you're right, it was Sibley's making a run from deep. There he goes, lets it run past him, takes one touch left foot, and the second one fires it into the top of the net. And Derby have just taken control of this game in the second half. We said there would be goals, but we thought they might be equalled out amongst both teams. But, well, we were talking that it's going to be a massive ask now, isn't it, for this young Arsenal team to come back into this. Although they are top, they're going to have to, as their manager said, they've shown lots of character before. This is certainly going to show how much character they've got.
Totally concur. We shouldn't forget this is a Derby team that's got Sibley, Cornell McDonald, Dylan Williams and Louis Watson in it, all of whom have played a fair bit of first-team football, dropped back in for this game. That said, Jack Stretton, Jordan Brown, Harrison Solomon, Tyree Wilson all out. Thought with knee injuries, funnily enough. There are others who could have featured tonight instead, so slightly strange state of affairs to have gone from 2-1 up to 5-2 down.
Yeah, I did say to you, Russell, that I thought that the Derby County team looked powerful, and up front they looked physically too strong for Arsenal, particularly in this second half. But I also felt in periods of the first half they had power to just knock Arsenal around and make it a really uncomfortable evening for them. And I think we've seen at the start of this second half terrific goals from them, but I think it's just their physicality as well that's causing Arsenal a lot of problems.
That was an issue when a weekend under-18s team, effectively in all but name, lost to West Brom in the Premier League Cup that we mentioned a couple of matches ago, before we then covered the Blackburn win. To be fair, the senior professional development phase coach at Derby, Pat Lyons, another key part of their coaching staff, did kind of say we're a much better team than the league table suggests, as you alluded to. And when we put our top stars out, admittedly with a few overage ones, we can certainly do something. Only 7 points in 11 games heading into this. As I mentioned, they lost 8 of their first 9. They're looking now potentially at 3 wins and a draw in their last 4, which is exactly what Arsenal's record was heading into this particular game. Once again, it's that same man, Luke Bange, against his former employers, trying to make a name for himself and certainly making himself quite busy.
Yeah, this is where you find out a lot about your players. We can always give the young players plaudits when they're winning game after game after game. This is where you take a close look at some of these players and see actually who wants to try and drag their team back into the game. This has been fascinating for me to watch. Just over 30 minutes to go to see who's got the temperament. That's been put in a difficult position now, Arsenal. Which one of these players or a couple of players can try and drag this team forward and somehow get the next goal to potentially get them back into the game?
Next 5 or 10 minutes critical if Arsenal are to stand any chance of getting back into this one. As the former Arsenal and England left back Nigel Winterburn says, it's fairly desperate times now, but who will stand up and be counted, I wonder. Yeah, Kevin Betsy talking about, as you say, all of the fighting spirit and what he called the tremendous character of this group with those two recent comebacks, but they're on the back foot again, I'm afraid. This time with Agatis, as far as Dixon, they're queuing up. There's a chance for Asazi Agatis to get his third of the season. Furious with himself to have dragged that one that far wide, Nigel. That was another golden chance.
Yeah, it's a terrific run, wasn't it? And then just as the ball comes back inside to Agatis, it was going wide of the target, and then it took a little deflection to take it away for a corner. I think he'll be delighted in that because he actually pulled his shot initially, which was going well wide, and just got lucky with it deflecting off the Arsenal player. And we have another corner coming up now for Derby County.
Another of those returning players that we mentioned, Louis Watson, is the man who's going to bend this one in just a second, the Irishman. No changes so far. Blanche, Sibley, Dixon, Robinson, Watson, Agatis, Cashin, Hardell, Williams, McDonald and Folks. The Derby side that lead 5-2. Ejahiri, Malayinka, Foron, Agungbo, Alibiosu, Taylor Hart, Hutchinson, Salaruddin, Patino, Butligan and Beereth, the team that started for Arsenal, Nigel, but we're about to see two changes. Kevin Betsy mix it up just beyond the hour mark, and I guess he's got to try and do something and bring a couple of fresh sets of legs on. We're definitely going to be seeing Henry Jeffcott, the young Northern Irish midfielder wearing 12. One of the new faces for sure. I'll confirm the other in just a second for you. Derby keeping hold of it after the corner. Arsenal defend that one in a slightly more clinical and convincing fashion, and brings the chance for the subs, Nigel, and some fresh blood on.
Yeah, just got to try and mix it up, maybe potentially try and play a slightly different way, but I think this is just fresh legs, as you say, try and get some momentum back into the game and try and get Arsenal going forward, because defensively we are rocking. We're on our heels. We are getting pulled around.
So, Kiddo Taylor Hart is the man who comes off for Henry Jeffcott.
Replacing number 2, Ryan Alibiosu, is number 15, Tim Akinola.
And you heard it there, Tim Akinola. One goal to his name this season already. He is on for Ryan Alibiosu, and we'll keep an eye again on formation here, as those two new faces are already under pressure. Arsenal winning it back nicely, though. Already you can see Jeffcott to this side, wearing 12. Red-haired Northern Irishman. He looks to have taken up pretty much Taylor Hart's position. We'll see whether or not Akinola will push on from where Alibiosu was, or whether there'll be a switch in midfield to accommodate him in. Nice touch. Good play there from Balogun. Balogun, maybe, Nigel, being that player that you say will now drive standards forward, take the team back onto the front foot. Manages to win the corner off Watson there. Good work from Florin Balogun. Remember, up to 13 goals now this season in 10 games. Left to corners, but well defended by Derby. Patino is up there. Fortunately could not find another red and white shirt. Both subs combining and getting stuck in there. Akinola, Jeffcott, that'll do their confidence no harm whatsoever. Here's Salaruddin. From the far side of the field to switch the passage of play, but Arsenal stick down the left as Jeffcott finds Patino. Look there at Cornell McDonald, one of those experienced Derby figures back down for this game. It's Patino. And as you say, Nigel, even if you do win the ball with the sliding challenge, if you get the sliver of the man, you get punished and you get a yellow card in this situation. Almost
Yeah,
more
I'd like to see that
situation.
again. See whether he did actually take the ball first. Let's have a look. Patino on the ball. Oh, it doesn't get any of the ball. I'm not sure why he's complaining. It was actually Patino that was carrying the ball away from him, and Dixon got none of the ball.
So just back for suspension for 5 yellows. Now on to number 6 for the season. And of course he scored one of those second half derby goals. Erith muscled out of it there, and frustratingly as Akatis goes down, it's Derby who get the decision. So Plange, Dixon, and Sibley with the goals in the second half. Turning this game completely on its head. Keeper stretched a little bit there, but no gaff like in the first half. Here's for handball, and yet was controlled with his arm by Louis Sibley, who, like Balogun, on a hat-trick in this game now. Yeah, not necessarily deliberate, but as he brought it down, did glance off his forearm, no question. Salaruddin. Just not working, and the frustration starting to show there from Balogun, and not the way we wanted Arsenal to go. We needed more focus and real drive forward.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad ball forward by Salah. It was a little bit over here. I think Balogun was a little bit frustrated because I actually thought he got to the ball and then just miscontrolled it right at the final moments. And Arsenal really need a period where they can take complete control of the game. But as I keep saying to you, the power of Derby, I just don't see that happening.
Here's Dixon, pressure of his yellow card to McDonald. Back-to-back important blocks there from Jeffcott and from Ogungbo. And again, Arsenal all hands to the pump. Doing well to stop a potential 6th. And again, McDonald, another of these overage players, we're starting to see his experience really come to the fore over the course of this second half. Patino trying to force the issue, but running out of support. Not enough magic left in the tank there, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're just getting knocked off the ball a little bit. We, in our desperation, we're maybe just carrying the ball a little bit too much individually, and we just need to be able to move the ball quicker collectively as a team. And I think when you're struggling a little bit, you try and do a bit more for your team. Sometimes that doesn't actually help. There's a very, very fine line in football when you're losing between where a lot of supporters think, oh, he's not trying, and then they look at someone they think is trying very, very hard. But you've got to just get that combination right. It's, they've got to try and force their way back into the game. But if there's space, travel with the ball. But if that space starts to get closed down, then you've got to have the combination play to try and cut the opposition open.
Yeah, certainly makes a lot of sense. Also, by the way, Spurs' under-23s apparently leading Everton 4-0. West Ham are beating Blackburn 1-0. Stoke are a goal up at Burnley, and Chelsea and Brighton are drawing 1-1. Spurs, despite Arsenal having beaten them already, of course, as we say, they play them next month in the return fixture. They will be right back into the top of the table hunt with that sure 3 points in that game tonight. Arsenal 26 points from 12 games, topped by a point from West Ham, who are winning as well. So West Ham actually would go top of the table as things stand. Man City not in action tonight in third. Spurs would move within 2 points of Arsenal in third with a win. Brighton not playing either, so Arsenal could end up down to second, and Spurs breathing right down their necks as things currently stand tonight. Ogumbo. Salah downfield. Looking for Balogun. Home fans and benches and everybody just trying to raise the Gunners, and if they can have one last assault, one last furore, they've got to get a goal basically soon, haven't they, Nigel? Got to get at least one in the next few minutes, no question.
Well, you would think that they would need a goal in the next 5 minutes to give them any chance of a spectacular comeback. But I don't want to write this team off too much because we have seen it before.
Indeed we have. Here is Balogun looking for his hat-trick. Oh, wonderful goal from Folarin Balogun, and that is his hat-trick. It's his second worldie of the match. It's his 5th goal in 3 games, and it's his 14th of the season. Sensational from Balogun. What a talent this man is. Just destroyed this level, quite frankly. Potentially a key moment. It's Arsenal 3, Derby 5.
Well, we set it up nicely for him, didn't we, there, saying that we needed a quick goal within the next 5 minutes, and we got one within 15 seconds. Lovely bit of skill. Drags it back inside and then curls it into the far corner, using the post to set his sights, and then just drifted into the side netting. Goalkeeper had absolutely no chance there. And, well, I think Arsenal are back in it.
Wow.
Replacing number 11, Sazi Agatize, is number 15, Isaac Hutchinson.
So off goes Agatize, as we heard there. Isaac Hutchinson coming on, wearing 15. It's probably planned before the goal. That is the Derby change. So Jeff Gott and Akinola on for Taylor Hart and Alebiosu. Now Isaac Hutchinson onto the field for Agatize. Derby's credit, they are straight back down the other end. Is there a bit more purpose and belief, though, in Arsenal's defending now that they are back within just the 2 goals, I wonder?
Well, another goal for Derby would, in my eyes, kill this game off completely. But Arsenal just given themselves a bit of a lifeline, and now they just got to keep trying to defend well, which at periods tonight they haven't done, and then try and use the counter-attacking and the pace and the quality that they've got in forward areas.
Salah's clever ball forward. Salahuddin finding Amari Hutchinson. Hutchinson brought down by Aaron Cashin, the skipper. That's the same man who bundled Patino down for the penalty that wasn't given in the first half, and pretty clumsy there. Not the worst of positions for Arsenal to bend in a free kick, potentially. Newman Hutchinson, by the way, has played 1 senior game for Derby. He's been loaned out at Forest Green and Southend earlier in his career. 21-year-old. He's on for Derby. We'll see what Arsenal can do here. Hutchinson, I think he's going to take it. He is. Powerful header across. Not quite sit in time for Charlie Patino. Acrobatic effort from the youngster, not to beat.
Well, it would have been a sensational goal. The ball's dropped behind him. He's trying to do overhead scissor kick, but the ball just simply wasn't coming down quick enough. And it was up and over the crossbar and away.
Everton, we mentioned, losing 4-0 at the moment to Spurs. They're under 23s. It's Arsenal's next game. Away on the 6th of December. All those FA Cup Youth and Premier League Cup games. Before we're back to this competition and that second bite of the North London derby, as Arsenal look to do the double. Crucial, though, that they can try and keep some momentum up here. Can they get another goal, I wonder? Looping cross. In the end, Jephcott's effort seemed to catch folks in two minds a tad, but Derby get away with it.
Yeah, goalkeeper looked very nervous there, didn't he? He wasn't quite sure whether he should come. They come to try and then push it away. It looked like he completely misjudged the flight of the ball.
Just a shame there was no Arsenal forward player marauding near that far post. Otherwise, would have happily made Derby pay the price for that one. And there's the man who crossed it in, Henry Jephcott. This potentially Jephcott's first under 23 appearance. Actually, he's mostly a under 18s player. Played 8 times for them so far this season. Salah once more. Lovely ball. Disguised it nicely as he then chipped it out to that right-hand side to Hutchinson. Nice run. Defender's got to be very, very careful. Hutchinson goes down. Brilliantly keeps control of the ball, then tries the back heel. What to be is Derby centre-halves get it to relative safety. Unfortunately, the ball then doesn't quite fall for the new man, for Akinola. Created a fair few bodies downfield, the Gunners here as well. Got to be careful. Major collision on the far side. It's the new man Hutchinson who was involved in that. One more potential sub to make, Nigel. James Hilson is the sub keeper. Beyond that, Joel Adejo, the Dutchman. He's a forward. Seen him a couple of times in our commentaries recently. An attacking midfielder, Nathan Butler, Oyedeyi. They are the two other options beyond the keeper.
Well, I think as a team now, Arsenal will be looking to just nick this fourth goal, which could have given us a grandstand finish. And it's just whether they can keep their composure. Are we going to run out of time? Is Derby going to break away and add another goal? I just have a feeling that there will be another goal in this game. It's just been that sort of game where you think one team are going to completely take control and run away with it, and the opposition then responds quite strongly.
A strong response from Derby at the moment, although ricochets off a Derby player last. Nice interception from that man, Tim Akinola. Tenth appearance in Premier League 2 this season. Played in 22 games last season in the under-23s. Time from Huddersfield a couple of years ago. Moved from Lincoln to the Terriers. And as a free agent to Arsenal. As a young player, an 18-year-old. Still having recently turned 20. There is Salah. Probably not his best game tonight, as you say. Excellent last time we were together for one of these games. Robinson this time just trying to make something happen. As far as Sibley, no foul, says the referee. Sibley surging forward, looking for that hat-trick, Balogun style on the edge of the box, nothing given. Here's Patino. Sliding challenge, did not get enough of the ball is the decision. Sibley on Patino. Back to that point, Nigel, that even if you get the ball, you can't afford to get any of the man. Let's take a look at this one.
Actually, he did take the ball, didn't he, to be fair to him, but that's what I'm saying is both players travelling in slightly a different direction, and Sibley makes contact with the ball but then brings the Arsenal player down, and it's deemed to be a foul. It's a strange rule for me.
Jeffcoat, Bettini and Hutchinson combining nicely, another flap from the keeper. Really nice little triangular move there. And the flap nearly saw the ball fall to Mika Beereth, who just could not quite get his shot away and react in time. Still Arsenal have a chance, you feel. Remember, 3 down in injury time. Against Leicester a couple of games ago. And only drawing very late on against Blackburn last time out. Those then changed to a draw and a win respectively. Ill afford, though, to be playing their football down this stage of the pitch for too long. Dixon. Watson spreading it out wide to Williams, another of those senior squad members. Dixon back to McDonald, delightfully worked overlap. How did that not go in? Ricocheting, pinballing around the Arsenal 6-yard box, and somehow Gunners ride their luck. They now try to attack at the other end. Great ball over the top from Patino. Find Amari Hutchinson, but frustratingly, number 7 had 4 Derby players around him. Derby keen not to commit too many players forward at this stage, it would seem. End-to-end stuff there, Nigel.
Yeah, excellent opportunity for Derby to get the goal that would really kill off the game. It just seemed to ricochet around that 6-yard box, and then Arsenal broke away. And it looked like they might have a chance to get a shot away on target. Just that last little control. I just noticed that I just feel that Derby have gone a little bit more hesitant. They're trying to keep the balls when they've got into wide areas on occasions. It almost seems as if they want to waste a little bit of time. They've got the power and they've got some good quality. They're quite capable of scoring themselves again. But I wonder if they've just got a little bit edgy. The fact that they were so far in front, and then that one goal from Balogun has just made them a little bit nervy and just make them think that it's not going to be as comfortable as they thought it was 15 minutes ago.
Very fair assessment. And again, talking of time wasting, a few seconds eaten up here. A man who's looked very shaky the last few minutes. 2 major flaps at crosses from Harrison Fulks. He'll be pleased to have got the ball a long way downfield here at Meadow Park. Remarkable game so far. Unfortunately, looks like Arsenal will drop off top spot. West Ham are still leading late on in their game. 1-0 up might well be enough. Against Blackburn. Derby would close within a point of Blackburn at the bottom, within 2 of Liverpool and Leeds in their fight. Maybe avoid the drop. Tino to Hutchinson. Come on. Nice turn. Jeffcoat screaming for it. Can he keep it in? Did well. Fortunately, couldn't quite beat the man at the near post, but Jeffcoat Certainly fitting in nicely at 23's level since he's come on. Malayinka to Salaradine to Beereth. Here's Beereth again. He's back to the new man, Akinola. Still just desperate to now pull the trigger in, kind of raining shots whenever the opportunity arises, and frustratingly, plunge on the floor. Derby will be more than happy, Nigel, to win a free kick there and get the ball back upfield. Here's that chance a moment to go. How this didn't go in, I just don't know.
Right, it was McDonald with the cross, wasn't it? And then it just seemed to hit the Derby forward and then hit Ajiri and just dropped down right by his feet that Arsenal could then clear it away. But it was an excellent opportunity, and as you say, it looks like anyway that Derby will go on to win this game, but that would have certainly put an end to any debate that we've got with, probably 4 minutes to go.
As I say, though, this very team were 3 down in injury time 2 matches ago and drew somehow. Hutchinson among the goal scorers then, as was Balogun. No major surprise. So those lads have done it before. Akinola actually got the other one as well, and he's come onto the field, so all 3. The Musketeers from that comeback are all on the field now. They know what to do. Dixon just stretching enough there. Nice turn from Patino again. Salah trying to find Beereth, but struggling to get past Bardell and Cashin. Just to get those last 2 goals, Nigel, somehow you just perhaps need a bit more, I wouldn't say urgency, but a bit more cohesion than we're seeing probably from Arsenal. I can't quite see how they're going to come.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like they are capable of keeping the pressure on intensely for the last few minutes, which is what you really need. It looks as if Derby have got a little bit of control in the game, and in fact, if they went a little bit longer, it looks like, as I said before, I think they've caused Arsenal problems in the forward areas and Arsenal defensively just because of their physicality.
Jahiri bringing that one downfield 5 times tonight. Couldn't really do much about probably 4 of them. He's made 2 or 3 half-decent saves as well. Mulheen currently injured. Conquo's with the first team, so getting his opportunity for a couple of weeks. Starting keeper for Arsenal's under-23s. Foran there. Individually, I wouldn't say that many of Arsenal's defenders have had particularly poor games, would you? It's weird, isn't it? They've conceded 5, but I wouldn't say it's more been kind of a collective malaise at times, if anything.
Yeah, I think it's just, if I'm honest with you, I think it's just the power and the excellent finishing of the Derby forwards tonight. They just look so strong and confident in what they're doing. I agree with you. I don't think anybody's been particularly poor, but when you've conceded 5 goals, obviously you look and you have to analyse your own performance and see where you can do better, because obviously something has gone wrong.
Analysis from Kevin Betsy, and obviously Merta Sakaris, the academy head, will be taking a look at it as well. Some work needs to be done as Derby look for that 6th. Don't quite get it. Another searing counter-attack though from the Rams. They've committed men forward this time. Harry Hutchinson nearly clear. Once again, it was Cornell McDonald. An important sliding challenge after at the other end. Sibley. Reader's man, Louis Watson, and crikey, that was so close for the substitute Isaac Hutchinson, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he'll be thinking he should have scored there, really. It was a good opportunity. I mean, we keep saying that Derby are going to go on and win, but that would have completely sealed it. And it's been a strong performance. I mean, we did say at half-time we couldn't really determine which way this game was going to go, because both teams had periods in the first half where they looked like they could take control of the game, but unfortunately for Arsenal, and you just have to say well played for Derby, those first 15 minutes they completely took control of the game in the second half.
Yep. Fully agree. We're into time added on. Challenge from Jeffka. A little unlucky to see the ball ricochet back to Derby. Plange. To Dixon. More than happy to win the throw on that far side. Lovely play. Offside the call. Just for a moment it looked like Arsenal might be cut open again. They ride that one successfully. Must get a goal with this attack to have any slim chance. Just like in that Leicester game 2 Premier League 2 matches ago. The roars are from the away contingent of fans, coaches and sub-players as Derby, bottom of the table heading in, come to Meadow Park and beat the league leaders by 5-3. Remarkable game. Sibley's opener putting Derby ahead. A Balogun brace and a disallowed goal and a penalty waved away as Arsenal then led 2-1 and looked well set, but it was ultimately an Olayinka own goal, made it 2-2. All to play for more quality goals. Plange to beauty, like Balogun's was before. St craned his neck, guided one in. Sibley with another. That came Arsenal with another worldie from Balogun, his second great goal and third of the match. But it was not enough, and Arsenal will be dropping. I can tell you, back down to second in the table. They were top, then they dropped to second, reclaimed top spot. Fall back behind West Ham United. Spurs hot on their heels as well. It's tight at the top.